It's downstairs in the.
I know, but I usually carry those ice packs.
I don't think there's. I didn't open
I
it.
don't understand. I'll take it. Don't worry.
I drove today.
I'm good.
Yeah, for some reason I thought I could
Look
get
at
a
the camera.
faster.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Hi.
Record for the
Look at him. That's what it is.
I didn't expect expect response.
Well, do it again.
Nice
At the airport, yeah, right.
You want to rent a movie?
Get one of Candy in the way.
Yeah.
Are you in the way? Oh. You're gonna do that to me. I'm like.
Mine is that good, very good. Mine. Daddy, did you do that?
Yes, yes.
Did you do it, Daddy?
What do you
Yes.
think?
Did you do it, Daddy?
We'll do what?
Take.
Yes, Johnny, I did it.
Did you do it?
Did you see? Did you see me do it?
No.
Didn't
I don't.
step
It's
there.
okay, you got a plate? No, you don't even
No,
know.
I'm not. I'm just helping.
You're just getting set up there.
It's a tropical theme.
Hawaiian theme.
And she was wearing it on the outside, not on the, okay.
Wearing what? Now wearing what?
She was wearing it on the, she was wearing her coconut bra. Outside.
Only I didn't wear it. The thing is, I bought it so he would wear
Outside, not inside.
it. On the outside of his t-shirt.
Excuse me.
We were trying to be funny. So I bought a coconut bra, not so I would wear it. So,
Okay,
It's
Sam.
Sam's.
Now,
Okay,
okay, now tell the
lead
story.
into your
Wow. Okay, so she ordered the coconut bra. I
Is
got
he
my
on?
kiss
Yeah.
makeup,
You're
and the kiss makeup came. We saw these coconut bra, and she goes, Mean goes, why do we have these? And so she put them on, took her shirt off and put them on, and she goes, she takes a
She looked
pencil.
very cute in it.
She takes a pencil. My dad starts taping her, going, I need more cowbell. I need more cowbell. Doink, 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 doink.
So she is playing the cowbell. With her coconut bra on. Do you know where we first saw that story?
Will Ferrell.
I need more cowbell.
Will Ferrell, yeah, that's right.
Right here, before we decided it was inappropriate.
No, that was a good one. That video part was good.
I think we stopped that.
After that one.
DVD at some point.
But need more cowbell. It has,
That part was
Good story, Johnny. I mean, a good story, Sammy.
I get it mixed up too.
Okay, who wants a snowman, Johnny?
You have a funny story, Johnny?
You have a funny story?
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
Johnny's turn.
Luckily I don't.
Oh, okay.
What's that, Johnny?
I don't have.
Here, hold on. You can't win the snowman. If you tell the funniest story, you win the snowman. He gets really strong.
It wasn't a dancer size.
My brother, he had this saying off a Will Ferrell movie, and he had this one favorite saying of his, and he kept on saying this to my dad and saying, I'm going to tell this to Uncle Dave. And then he said, if the world was made out of spare ribs, would you eat it? Heck, I would. And I would wash it down with an ice cold Budweiser.
Good story.
Oh, okay. Since I got the, now are these
Gravy?
appropriate for young ears?
Candy, a gravy thing?
Okay, since I got these from Mian, I'm gonna tell a Mian story.
Uh-oh.
That's okay.
The peanut butter one.
Oh, the peanut butter one was pretty good.
Yeah,
But
the peanut butter.
the one I'm gonna tell about Mian is when Mian was about 18 months old. And Grandma and Grandpa Palumbo,
Actually, I think
a few years ago, bought one of those ride-on four-wheel drive electric things
Oh, I know.
for Christmas one year. And so Diane was gone somewhere.
You were babysitting, yes. You were babysitting.
Hey, who's telling the story?
Just want to point that out that
Hey,
you
you
were
were
supposed to be
Sam.
watching your children.
Diane was gone, and I think Sam was gone too. You and Sam must have gone someplace. because it was just Mian and I in the house. And this thing, this little 4-wheel drive ride-on car was pushed up against the wall in the garage. And there was a car in the garage parked behind this ride-on toy.
I think I remember.
And so Mian kept saying, Dad, can I ride? I want to ride the pony. Because the name of it was something pony ride. Some, I don't know. But, so Mian kept saying, Dad, can I? No, Mian, no, Mian, no, no, Mian, no. Maybe later, no, no. And this was in the fall. So it was very nice outside, and I said, Mian, I'll go outside with you in a little while. So I went
This is quite a
upstairs.
conversation you're having with an 18-month-old.
You know what? Who's telling the story? Thank you, Mian. Help me out here.
John.
Okay, maybe she was 2, but she could at least talk. So, okay, now you disrupted me. Okay, so I went upstairs. Thank you, Mary. I went upstairs and was doing something, and I noticed that I didn't hear anything for a really long time. So
Silence is deafening.
I called downstairs and I said, Mian, to which there was no answer. And I called a couple of times and there was no answer. So then I went downstairs and there was still no answer. So frantically, I'm running all over the house, and then I run back upstairs. I'm looking in the closets, looking under the bed, yelling, screaming her name. And just as I'm getting ready to call the police, the front doorbell rings. And it's my neighbor across the street. And he says, you know your daughter's outside here? And of course, he's standing at the front door with Mian's hand in his hand. And I said, no, I didn't know that. Mian had gone out the garage door without permission, by the way.
Hey, I was young. I was doing things too.
Like that's any different today. And she had, with her brute force, gotten this ride-on toy and been able to pull it
It's a
herself.
motorized thing.
Pulled it out from
Dad,
behind
I
the car
reversed too. Are you sure?
and put it and positioned it that she was sitting at the top of the driveway. And the neighbor told me that he could see across the way. She got on that thing and started riding it down our really steep driveway. And the only thing that kept her from getting killed in the middle of the street was she couldn't steer, and the thing went off to the side and went into the grass, and it didn't have enough power to make its way through the grass. So the neighbor said Mian was sitting on this thing, stomping her foot, trying to make it go, and it wouldn't go because it was stuck in the grass, and then he came over and got her after a while and brought her into the house.
Oh, that's great.
And Mian's personality has not changed at all. in 10 years. Yeah, you I'm talking about. You're still sneaking. But
I know what Pierre doesn't
Good
like.
start.
I don't think Mom's gonna bite
This
that
happened the
off
day
anything.
I was married. It was a long day. I think I had to put my dress on at like 1:30. We didn't get married till 6:30. But our reception ended at, I don't know, 1 or 2 in the morning, and Jim played soccer in college, and all of his buddies were going to a party afterwards. And we invited some of our other friends that really weren't involved at Ball State or in soccer to go. One of them was Nancy and her boyfriend Tim and Dave. And Nancy's like, you know, Tim's car is all full of gifts. It really probably isn't a safe thing for us to go. But you take Dave. And I'm like the whole night I've been talking to people. I haven't hardly had anything to drink. And I also have not been watching him. He's like, sure, we'll take him. So Dave, who 23 years ago was 17. Maybe going into your junior year, so maybe you're only 16, I don't know. But anyway.
But well seasoned in the
Well
art
seasoned.
of.
No, not really.
So he's not 40.
No.
Not yet.
So anyway,
He's
so he rides with us to this hotel where all these Ball State soccer guys are, and they all realize what a young pup Dave is. And so they all start handing him drinks.
Actually, I was pulling him out of the tuxedo.
Well, that's the thing, they were going,
Load it down.
you were handing them to him, and you were
I
putting them
loaded 'em
in the
up.
pockets of the tuxedo because you couldn't drink them
Dave
fast.
sounded like the Tin Man when he walked.
I can't remember where I got him. Was it at the
I think
wedding
you got
bar?
them at their hotel room.
Yeah, and then we
they
went
were.
to a different
We were
room.
he was getting them out of Huff's cooler, is where he was getting, which is why Huff was going after him.
So then,
But I was getting a big laugh, and so I kept doing it.
this was, and they ate it up, and they just kept giving him more, and he kept putting them in pockets that I didn't know he had. But anyway, so then this was in, what suburb was our reception in?
It was in,
Rosemark, wasn't it?
Mount Prospect.
Mount Prospect. This is when Mom and Dad lived in Barrington, so we had to take Dave back to Barrington, and we had to go to the airport. So that was like going from here to here to here. And so, no problem, we'll take Dave home. I didn't realize he'd had as much as him, and he started to drive. But anyway, it's really not a problem until we get into the neighborhood. And Jim goes, whoa, I almost hit that mailbox. I said, what? I go, are you okay? And he goes, I don't think I am. And in the back seat, Dave is all stretched out for
Care
the
for the
picture.
picture.
Oh. He's like this in the back seat. Diane, I can't believe you're married. In fact, I can't believe you're bleeping married.
Effing married.
So I go, oh man, we still gotta go in here. But that was my 17-year-old brother at our wedding
And at 3 o'clock that afternoon, he was still asleep on the couch.
in his tuxedo.
During the breakfast, or during the brunch. I slept through the brunch on.
On the couch. That's my story.
Sorry about Dave. I promise you guys might have
Oh,
heard this.
no.
Did you hear about the egg in the house?
Oh.
I don't think so. Did you hear about that, Mom?
Down the street. Did we tell you
I
that?
don't think you've heard it.
I don't think so.
Well, we get a call one day
Sunday
from a
morning.
neighbor, Sunday morning, from a neighbor telling us that somebody has thrown eggs at his house. And he thinks it's Dave and his friends.
Nah.
And, you know, and we started wondering whether it was or not. And so we got together with the neighbors' folks. And we asked Dave and his friends. They said, no, it was this other guy, this friend, this older guy that was with,
The other guy.
This older guy
I think
was
we-
mad at his.
We
his
said we didn't
guy's
know, but we
brother.
saw another guy in the area.
So anyway, so then.
him and
Good excuse, OJ.
Ken Venturi was in
We
the
checked the
area.
refrigerator and the eggs were still in the refrigerator, and we asked the neighbors, that his friends' parents, if their eggs were still in the refrigerator. And they said yes, and they hadn't taken any out of their refrigerator, and so I said, well, they didn't do it. And I defended the hell out of Dave. I defended him to the neighbor and told him it couldn't have been our kids. And so, you know, they even called the cops. They even called the cops and had the cops come out and everything else. Anyway, we told the policeman it couldn't be our kids. We checked the refrigerator and they didn't take the eggs and all that. And make a long story short, you know, we believed that for 20 years we believed
Dad,
Dave did.
Dad didn't think you had to have a license or something to buy eggs. No, our eggs are fine. Our eggs are right here. It couldn't have been our kids.
So one day, like
you know.
one day, like 15 years later, we're sitting at our house, and I think it's Thanksgiving or Christmas or something, sitting around the table talking, and I said, "There's only one thing I want to know."
And before you even asked the
Before I said
the
anything,
question,
I looked at Dave, and he said, "Yeah, we did it."
That's like his brother did that once.
Yeah, I was in the first grade. He's third grade. We lived in Morgantown, and
Morgantown, West
back
Virginia?
then, West Virginia, and back then, when you sit down to dinner, nobody got up. You know, everybody finished together, then you did everything together, and to get up, you had to ask for permission and all this good stuff. But you had to eat everything on your plate.
Oh, you okay, Johnny?
He was doing a little eye demonstration
Yeah.
like Jim was doing and he lost his vein.
Way to go. You did that too, man.
was he?
So
Doing that.
Is he doing this?
anyway,
Is that what he was doing?
things go on and on, and he comes down and his lima beans are left. So And everybody's sitting waiting on Hatfield to finish his lima beans, you know, and he just stirs them and stirs them. And my dad says, you gonna eat those lima beans? And he says, no, sir. He says, you know the rule is you gotta eat everything on your plate. Yes, sir. Are you gonna eat those lima beans? No, sir. You know what's gonna happen? Yes, sir. Down in the basement. So here's my sister and I and the parents and the grandmother, and we're sitting there and whack, 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 whack. Back up the stairs, you know. And he sits down and he takes his fork and he just. Dad says, you gonna eat those lima beans? No, sir. He says, you know what's gonna happen? Yes, sir. Down in the basement. Goes back up. 9 times.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my.
9 times. This is a long dinner.
And you're
No.
just sitting there.
And he's just sitting like this. So after the 9th time, he comes back up, and my he sits there and he stirs the beans. And my dad says, "You gonna eat those lima beans?" He goes, "Yes, sir."
It took
There again, 20 years later, or more, 25 to 30 years later, we're all sitting around drinking beer. My dad says, "Oh, remember back when you were in the 3rd grade in Morgantown?" He said, "The lima beans," he says, "I don't understand that." He says, "If you hated lima beans, I wouldn't have forced it. You had lima beans before that, and you had lima beans after that." He says, "Why did you do that?" And my brother said, "I just want to see how far you go."
talking about kids testing their boundaries, right?
You tested him all right.
Well,
9 times.
he did find out his dad's resolve, and it was strong.
I hate thinking if he hadn't eaten the lima beans. And then the 10th time.
Still does.
That was a delicacy in the 60s.
Yeah.
You should tell a story
Yeah, that
that
once
you
a
told
week.
about Nancy, though. About the day you went to the office.
Yeah, why didn't you tell me?
That one, you know, when you went to play with the
Sorry,
telephone.
we can't
Nancy
play.
wasn't here.
We're gonna get
Nancy, there's supposed
spiked.
to be somebody that's here.
Well, she was there. Okay, I'm gonna tell a story about Diane. When Nancy was born,
Whoa.
Greg went to church alone with Diane, and I went later. And the thing was, the good girl could get donuts after she stayed in Mass. And one day I took her, and I said, "Can we go get the donuts?" She'd say about it, communion time. It's the time to go get the donuts. And one time, she was sitting in the pew with her little round hat on, and the lady behind her was holding on to her dress because she was ready to go get the donuts when we were still in church. I went to communion and left her alone, and she was on her way to get the donuts. Can we go get the donuts now?
My mom went to get the donuts.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh.
You're left.
Oh, it's me. I think I'm gonna go a little less current and just date back to a little less dated, a little more current, and talk about our Hawaii trip. When
Oh.
Oh, I wonder who that's about. I wasn't there.
Yeah, nobody else was here but my young bride. When I didn't get to watch as much football as I normally do on Sundays, but the
Oh,
Monday night
whatever.
football game was
Oh, this
the
is great. I love you so much, honey.
the Bears in Arizona.
Everyone saw the
Which started
pictures.
at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but to make sure that I had a good spot at the pool bar, I think I set hunkered down around noon.
Wait, isn't it earlier there? Oh, it's later there.
No, it's earlier. It's a night game on a
It was
Monday
an
night, but it
8
was
o'clock.
2.
Eight
It really
o'clock.
was noon there.
Yeah.
Yes, it was an 8 o'clock game, and
Now, how many Bears fans are in Hawaii that you have to be there 2 hours early?
Right. We were the
Yeah.
only ones at the bar for a long time.
Well, yeah, for the first 2 hours, I got to get to know the bartender really well. And Maria sat down after, she was an hour early, and the bartender was really impressed with the fact that I would tip her $1 for every drink. You know, like it's just kind of a normal thing to do or whatever. And we were, or I was drinking Trebio at 7s, and Maria was drinking Mai Tais. And this bartender was the nicest lady and loved us. and started pouring us the stiffest drinks I've ever seen. She would just hold the bottle over.
It didn't taste like it.
She made a good drink, but boy was it strong. And of course the Bears should never have won, but they came back and won thanks to Brian Urlacher fumble, and it was very exciting. We had a lot of fun with all the people sitting there. There was one guy from Arizona that's sitting right next to me, and boy was he sick of me by the end of the game. But slowly but surely, Maria kept ordering Mai Tais, and I remember thinking, never seen her drink this much before. Afterwards, we had a very strict itinerary planned in Hawaii, and afterward was supposed to be a fancy restaurant within walking distance, right down the beach from the hotel, and that's really where the alcohol started to show its colors, as Maria was in a full sprint running down the beach doing cheers. And we have pictures to prove it. Where
Dave took
go all the way down. I couldn't keep up with her. And I was like, Maria, this is a fancy restaurant. You've got to stay cool.
Oh, he never said that. He's like, keep doing it. He just loved it.
Mommy, do
I was like, I just want to get my dinner. Just, make it through ordering. And Maria was like, I'm fine. I'm fine. We sit down at the fancy restaurant, and Maria's eyes get really wide because I think she thinks wide eyes mean sober. And we order more drinks and waiter, and then it comes back and she says, "Tell me about the crimp cocktail."
You're such a liar.
Oh, but he's trying to win the snowman. He's trying to win the prize.
I think later we also have pictures of the salad ending up in her lap, but
And again, who egged me on? He's like, eat it like this and make a face. I'm like, okay. He's taking pictures. I'm so retarded to do it. He's snapping away.
yeah, it's the story.
That's pretty. That's really pretty. I love
Doesn't
that.
that look like that?
Yeah.
There's the candy one, right?
Must be heavy. Thank you. Thank you. Oh man. iHome. An iHome. Oh, I can replace my alarm clock with this. Oh, there you go. Now, will my iPod fit in there?
Yeah.
Because the iPad that's in there looks a lot bigger.
Don't worry, they have universal connector system.
I didn't know I was on tape.
The dude at the iHome store said that he had one himself and that it rocked on.
Rock on, sister, brother.
Okay.
Thank you so much. This will be great.